Nigerians living in South Africa in their numbers, this is the highest record they've had of Nigerians living in South Africa this year, 2024. Now, I did a video where I talked about Nigerians living in South Africa, and people were like, it's not possible. They are here, they have not left. They are here, they have not left. One guy said, okay, that since Nigerians are in South Africa, they should mention all the tribes are in South Africa. I now said this is not a tribe something. The truth is that Nigerians are now living that Leaving. They are leaving the place. They are coming back to Nigeria, and some relocating to other places because of the kind of things they've seen South Africans do. And I also talked about how South Africans have been unaliving Nigerians. They look for an opportunity to unalive Nigerians. Like they do it. People were saying it. I say it's not true. Even a South African exposed the same thing. She said that why she would tell Chidinma not to go back to South Africa is because they can unalive her and look for something to accuse her of doing. That they do a lot of jungle justice in that place. So I just watched a video of a Jim talking about how he saw South Africans and Ghanaians in Nigeria and doing some, enjoying their lives, how in a South African built a restaurant or an eatery and place his own flag there instead of the Nigerian. Normally, if you are doing any business, you are supposed to place the flag of the country where you are staying and then your own if you really want. And he's saying that this person used their own South African flag in her Nigerian business, and it was because he feels it's because of too much freedom. That is why this is happening. And he also mentioned that a lot of foreigners are in this country and they are very free. Yes, we have a lot of Lebanese in their numbers. None of them will say they were treated badly. And we don't ever treat people of color badly. We treat everybody equal. In fact, the truth about Nigerians is that we don't even have time to sit down and start looking at people. Where are you from? Where are you not from? So people are free. And he talked about people doing the Ashao work. That work has been in existence for the longest, years before even all of us here were born. That a lot of people will still do it, but there is no accusing South Africans of being the ones into that business. A lot of them actually that stay in Lagos do that business. So he's not trying to sugarcoat anything. But now I want to say something. In as much as Nigerians do not like to scare away their visitors, Nigerians are very accommodating and all. We should also begin now to beef up security in our borders and also beef up security in allowing these people come to our country, because a lot of them that come to our country, they come with that thing they call H, then you now space, you put I, you now space, you put V. They come with that and they spread it. So it is better for us to know. Since they don't want Nigerians in their country, we cannot allow them to come into our country to spread those things as much as they are. So I've been one of the advocates saying, Nigerians, go back to your country, leave South Africa because the people do not like you. And you cannot continually stay in a place where you are not wanted or loved. You need to go back to your country or look for somewhere else to go to, because I know Nigerians don't like staying in their country for too long. They like to go out. There's no Nigerian that I see that does not like to hustle. We all like to hustle, and people have their different ways of hustling. There are some people that will stay in their houses and hustle and make money, while some must go out to be able to make that money. So in all of this, you should look at it critically and see that it's not something that you should, begin to overdo. You understand? It's not something you should begin to overdo. At the end of it all, you should look at it and know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So if South Africans don't want you in their country, pack your bags. I know it's not an easy thing to do. Pack your bags and leave. I made this video long before I did this other one that I just did, that they unalive the Nigerian. What did that guy do? What was his offense? Just because somebody parked on the road. And some of you South Africans will come to my comment section to tell me, you are wrong. Why are you talking about our country? Why wouldn't I talk about your country? You unalive the Nigerian and you're asking me why am I talking about your country? Do you know what it means to unalive a Nigerian? And then you people are very comfortable with none of your media houses is talking about it. Only the Nigerian forum in South Africa that are spearheading the whole thing and looking for justice. The matter has been in court. None of you will say, okay, you did not hear, because you don't want to you are putting it under wraps because you don't want people to know what is going on in your country, and it's really sad. South Africans, you need to wake up. Like I dropped a video, one guy came and watched it, a South African, and he made a comment. He said they cannot say anything about this video while in South Africa because it happens between a man and a woman, and every woman is taking the sides of the man. That's what they do. That when anything of such happen, they don't judge the woman for her wrongdoings. They comfort them. I will not be surprised because of the way they reason. I will never be surprised because the way these people reason, oh my God, it's not something to be surprised about. But all I'm saying is, Nigerians, there's no point going to South Africa. Of course, we have rejected their offer when their president offered us to come. Why did the president, release or how like reduce the criteria for traveling? When he did that for the all countries, why did Nigeria won't become different? I think that Nigerian son is just trying to win us back after all the Chidinma saga. That's my point. I think he just wants. Is it that you think the president is not hearing what's going on? They listen to news, they watch things on social media, and people bring things to their notice. So he knows exactly what he was doing, and that was why he pulled that stunt that people should come to South Africa. South Africans will keep on unaliving you guys if you don't leave. Nigerians, it's high time you left South Africa. Urgently, leave. Leave now that you can. Leave. Because at the end of the day, your inability to leave can cost you so much. Yes, it can cost you so much. And at that time, it will not be something, Nigerians may not be able to help you. So it's high time you start looking out for, it's going to be a new year. It's high time you start looking out for other jobs to do, other things to do, to leave that place. Because these people are out to do and undo. If somebody can look at his fellow South Africa and unalive him, how much more you, who is an outsider? They will do it without turning back. Yes, they will do it without blinking. So it's high time you guys left that country. And I'm so happy for those who have been able to leave, because a lot of them left. The hatred was becoming so much. A lot of people had to leave. So this regime encouraging people to come to Nigeria, it might be a good thing in some countries, certainly not South Africa. No, certainly not South Africa, because the property, one of the properties my husband was managing, a Ghanaian lived there. Is it Ghanaian or Cameroonian? One of those. He lived there, but you'll never know until maybe he's writing his name or he's talking about his country. That's when you hear him say his country, you now start talking. Outside that, we don't used to even remember. Now, people come into Nigeria freely and go freely. And then you talk about Boko Haram. You don't know that most people in Boko Haram, when I mean most, like majority of those in Boko Haram are all foreigners. Ask them to speak English, they cannot speak English. They can't even speak normal Hausa. They can't. What they speak is Arabic. And those people, you see them, their skin is not, you can't find that kind of skin in Nigeria. Their skin color is different. So it's not Nigerians that want to remove the shine of our own country, of their own country. They won't do that. It's definitely visitors, strangers who will do that. Are we saying that there are no bad people in Nigeria? There are a few bad eggs, yes. But, you can't even compare to those few bad eggs to the kind of ones you have. If you are watching this video now, you have watched to this point, and you think I'm lying, go and follow South Africans' local media and see what they post on a daily basis. On a daily basis. I'm not talking about weekly. On a daily basis, the kind of bad news they post. In every 10 news, the only one that is good. All that's bad news. Crime is on the increase and they know it. But they will always bring Nigeria and drag Nigerian to the floor so that they will score a cheap this thing. Nigerians are very accommodating. They don't care where you come from. And my own is all these Nigerian guys who are doing they do with all the South African guys. They should wear something. They should protect themselves so that they don't cry Hadaino, because no matter how you think whatever you are doing is sweet, everything has its own repercussion. In fact, everything, whether good or bad. So I just thought to mention that. So Nigerians in diaspora who are living in Ghana, it's high time you left. You Nigerians who are living in South Africa, it's high time you left. go out, look for other places. I know sometimes it's easier to travel to these small countries just so that you can get a pathway from there. So there are people who have done that. They stay there and gather themselves before they travel out. So if that's your case, it's high time you left, because you cannot continue living in a country where they don't want you. No, you can't do that. It's not even wise to do that.